2019. Let's get more on this with SABC News foreign editor Sophie Mokoena. Very good afternoon to you. What's on the agenda for today?
Well, of course, the main issue is the election of the Bureau. You know, it is always a heated event when they are supposed to elect leadership of the Pan-African Parliament. As you are aware that often the regions are divided. Earlier on, we spoke to a candidate from Sudan who is representing the East Africa region, who is also contesting the election. He was very frank and robust, saying that a recommendation or a legal opinion from the African Union that indicates that there should be a rotation of regions for them, it doesn't hold water, and that today it's election and nothing else but elections, and even indicating that they won't even entertain that opinion or the legal advice from the African Union. But with me, I have a representative of the Pan-African Parliament here from Zimbabwe, who is part of the SADC region, the bloc that is supporting the current acting president of the Pan-African Parliament for the position of the president of the Pan-African Parliament. Good afternoon, sir. Clearly, Sudan is saying it doesn't buy the notion that the AU is saying that there should be a rotation principle.
Pan-African Parliament is an organ of AU, and we are bound by any decision that comes from AU. So as Southern African Caucus, we don't expect anyone in his conscience, right conscience, to dispute directions that come from AU. AU is the mother body. All organs are bound by the principles that come from AU. So those who feel that they don't want to be bound by what comes from AU, I think it's time that they leave the African Union. They are not part of the African Union, because anyone who is an African who would want to see Africa united will accept the principle of rotation. This is where we are. We are not specifically talking about our agent, our only candidate. What we are pushing for is a rotation, equal chances for all regions of Africa.
Fortunately, here he is. Maybe we can have a word with him, the representative from the Sudan, so that we can have a better debate. Thank you for your time, sir. You are a candidate, and there's an.
I'm not a candidate. The campaign manager.
The campaign manager for Mali.
Yes.
Can we get your opinion in terms of the suggestion that there should be a rotation? What is Mali's position?
Oh, I don't want to talk about Mali position. I want to talk about PAP position, about rule position. It's simple. Rule says if you want rotation, you need to ratify the Protocol of Malabo. If 28 countries ratify the Protocol of Malabo, we go through to the rotation. That is our point. It's simple. It's easy to understand that.
So clearly there's a division. You know, some regions are saying the advice from the AU must be taken into consideration. Others are saying no, it has to be elections and nothing else. You can't even entertain the legal advice from AU.
You say yourself, it's an advice, it's not a rule. Our rules are clear. The Protocol of Malabo must be ratified by 28 countries, then we'll go to the rotation. So we can ask someone to advise you, but it's not the rules. And it's not the AU advising. It's one person of AU who gives his point, his own point, his advice. That is not the rule of our institution.
Just a minute, let's hear from Zimbabwe. What's your reaction? It is an advice, it's not cutting stone?
It's cast in stone, because it's coming from the mother body, directing us, all organs. It's not only a Pan-African Parliament. It was done on the 21st of this month to NEPAD, and they complied. It's only us where we are intransigent. We are saying we don't abide by AU. We are a product of AU. Why did we accept to be established before Malabo? We are a product of AU, and AU's directions go.
And your reaction? AU direction goes.
You see, in AU, you have many organs. And PAP is number 3, the organ. So the advice cannot be our rules. I said it's the advice and it's advice. Why people cannot talk to them country to ratify the protocol? I'm talking about my friend who's coming from Zimbabwe. But Zimbabwe doesn't ratify. Why do you want to use something that you don't trust in this? If you trust in PAP, ratify the Malabo Protocol. We'll go to the rotation. That is easy. They refuse to ratify, and they want this position. Ratify. You will go to the rotation. It's easy.
Why don't you ratify?
It's a process. Ratification is a process, but it has nothing to do with rotation, because rotation is already applied throughout the organs of AU. AU itself, heads of states, rotate every year. So it's not about a country ratifying. We are already living and enjoying all rights that we have in PAP based on AU protocols. We are bound by AU. Nobody can run away from that. We are here. Whatever comes from AU world, for example, I will tell you, we had, as PAP, chased away the clerk of parliament. AU said, let him go back. He's here. Why did we say we are an independent body? We don't want to listen to AU. We are selective in what we take from AU. Everything comes from AU. We are bound by the founding principles of AU. Rotation is one number which has to be taken into consideration. You cannot run away from that.
Let's talk about Mali.
No, I'm coming. Number one, he doesn't respond to your question. The question was why Zimbabwe doesn't ratify. And it doesn't, it's the process. Process for how long? My point, if I trust something, I might ratify to be the member of these things. You see, 100%. But you cannot say, I love PAP, I love Pan-African Parliament, and your country refuse to ratify. Number one. Number two, this advice is coming from who? It's coming from who? Coming from just an advisor. It's not the AU decision. You can take the papers and you will see who signed it. Nobody.
It is the legal department.
No, we are an organ. You see, the chairperson, the president of the countries, and we are a second organ, and the third will be is the PAP. Even the president of commission, he cannot oblige PAP to do something. And the paper is clear, is the advice. Advice cannot be the rules.
Okay, let's turn to Mali. This morning, an announcement that ECOWAS has suspended Mali. What's your reaction?
Okay, I'm very, very clear in this issue. I say our organ, PAP, is an organ of AU. See, when the president of the country, the conference of presidents of AU will suspend Mali, Mali cannot take place here again in PAP. Because PAP is not an organ of ECOWAS, it's an organ of AU. If AU endorses this sanction and dismiss Mali from the AU, it will be natural here.
But clearly there's no way the AU won't follow the recommendation of the region. We've seen previously, AU always take cue from the regional body. This is not the first time, remember, in your region where a country had to be suspended. And all the times when ECOWAS has taken a decision, the AU does endorse because AU is supporting the role of regional organizations. So clearly we can see where this is going.
That is your point and your argument. Me, I'm waiting for the AU decision. I'm not waiting for your decision, for your argument, or for what happened in the time. We are here today, and like an organ of AU, we are waiting for the AU.
But as leaders, I'm definitely sure that you are aware what the Constitutive Act and the protocol of the AU is saying on coup and government that have been removed and installed by force. You know very well that it's suspension.
I'm coming. You say, when in Zimbabwe they removed the president, Mugabe, it was a coup or another things. But we don't remove the MPs of Zimbabwe here. You see, you must be honest in the life. And you must be independent and clear. PAP is an organ of AU. I don't want to make analyze, and I want to be straight with the rules. PAP is an organ of AU. If AU endorses the decision of ECOWAS and AU said today Mali is suspended, it will be all.
Thank you for your time. You heard it, viewers at home. The representative from the SADC region, FEM, saying that the principle of rotation must be respected as advised by the legal team of the African Union. And you have Mali, ECOWAS region, the spokesperson of the candidate of Mali, saying that they will not subscribe or endorse the recommendation or the opinion, the legal opinion from the AU. They will wait for a full protocol being endorsed by all countries on issues of rotations. Only then they will support the rotation principle. But also talking about the situation in Mali, this morning ECOWAS announcing that it has suspended Mali in the region, and now him saying that they will continue with business of Pan-African Parliament representing Mali until such time the AU takes a decision to suspend Mali. When that happens, then they will review their participation here at the Pan-African Parliament. But clearly, history tells us that previously, ECOWAS has suspended countries where there were coups, and later the African Union did take directive or endorse the decisions of the region, because the African Union's charter indicates that there must be a strengthening of the regional organizations, because if you have strong regions, then you'll have a strong AU. I can't see AU taking a different decision, and we've seen previously AU has endorsed the decisions taken by ECOWAS in suspending member countries who removed democratically elected government in that region.
Sophie Mokoena, SABC News foreign editor, giving us an in-depth look there at some of the issues around the Pan-African Parliament in Midrand. Thanks so much for that.